Hi, I'm Dr. Becca Height. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about kitten vaccines.
All right, so Dr. Height, what are the core vaccination requirements for kittens?
So depending on where you are, generally it's going to be the FVRCP and rabies. And the FVRCP is the combination of the upper respiratory viruses that cats get.
And then what are non-core vaccines and why does my kitten need them?
So non-core vaccines would be something like feline bordetella, which is a little less common, as well as feline leukemia. And those are vaccines that you would want to get if those environments are needed. So if your cat's an outdoor cat, I would definitely do kitten vaccines as a leukemia, even if there's a risk that they might be. So if they got out of the house, they ran away for a few days, you don't have to worry about them getting leukemia. Long term, that would be up to you. We do that every few years. As far as the bordetella, that's going to be designed only if there's certain boarding facilities, grooming facilities that we require it, and we do not require that at our clinic.
Okay, and then how soon should my kitten be vaccinated?
So we'll typically vaccinate between 8 and 9 weeks.
And then what is the recommended vaccine schedule for kittens?
So every 3 to 4 weeks, we space those out as well as we can, but we don't want to lose mom's antibodies as we're going. So every 3 to 4 weeks until they're 4 months. And then for cats that are going to be indoor, I really recommend doing at the 1 year mark, doing 3-year vaccines so we're not over vaccinating cats.
Okay, and if my kitten's only going to stay indoors, do they still need vaccines?
As a kitten, I would for sure. You want them to have some immunity, especially if they got out or you brought home any virus from a cat at a pet store or at work for me. And especially for rabies, there are cases of domestic cats getting rabies because they're not vaccinated and they happen to have run out of the house. So I definitely recommend those vaccines as a kitten. Long term, I definitely push for more annual examinations and 3-year vaccines. So you're not having to do every shot every year.
Okay, and are there any risks or side effects associated with kitten vaccines?
There's less potential for a vaccine issue as a young kitten. But we always, in any cat, there's a rare reaction, just like dogs, and they typically get very lethargic. They run a fever, they're vomiting, they have diarrhea. That's pretty rare in a cat, but it's really obvious when it happens. The reason we like to vaccinate cats less and we like to vaccinate in certain areas of the body is because in older cats, there is a potential for injection site fibromas that could develop into a sarcoma. Again, incredibly rare now compared to 25 years ago, but that's why vaccines we want to use a little more sparingly in cats. But in kittens, it's really uncommon to see a problem.
And then what if my kitten misses a vaccination?
So if your kitten goes longer than 6 weeks between boosters, then you do want to do an additional vaccine to boost that immunity. The immature response you get with the first 1 or 2 are not enough for a long-term stimulation.
Okay, and then can my kitten go outside if not all vaccinations have been given yet?
I would try not to. They can be exposed. There's stray cats everywhere and neighbors let their cats out. So for your kitten's protection, I would really try to keep them indoors until that 4-month mark. If you want to get them used to life outside a little bit, get a harness on and walk on the sidewalk so you know they're not getting exposed.
Okay, and then last question, why is it important to get my kitten vaccinated by a veterinarian?
So the importance is when you can get some of these vaccines over the counter is you don't know, a lot of owners aren't automatically going to look at the expiration date. We don't know how it was stored when it was shipped. And also just to give the vaccine in the proper spot and not into the muscle. There's just a lot of risks that you have when owners are doing that at home or breeders are doing those things at home. So I always recommend a veterinarian or veterinary technician give the vaccine. It's a lot safer. We know where they're going and where they came from.
All right, great. And then if I have any questions regarding kitten vaccinations, can I give you a call?
Sure. You can call us at 502-456-2870 or get on our website, which is johnsonanimalclinic.com.